Hey, what's up everybody? It's been a while. I have been idle on this channel for quite a while. Now don't worry, I have been following the Dragon Ball manga so far, even after I quit uploading on the channel. Now the reason for that is because I have been trying to be active on Twitch. Now I won't be linking my Twitch channel because it's all in Dutch, so it's all in my native language, so it's completely separate from this channel. But that's the main reason why I haven't been uploading a lot. And also I have been digging into speedrunning and all that stuff, and a lot of collecting on a video game collection, which is standing right there. So yeah, that's basically the reason. And I kinda felt burned out. I was trying to make 3 or 4 videos every month about the Dragon Ball manga, and they were all very close towards each other, and I constantly have to pick up information, and it was kind of a little bit too much. So what I will be doing in the future will be taken on in another video, but today I will be looking at E3. So this is provided by a Twitter user called, if I'm not mistaken, Sunny Yaga. I have this from Maximilian's video, and this idea is also from Maximilian Dude's video. I'll be linking that video in the description down below. But yeah, let's check out what E3 is all about, and let me give me my thoughts, my predictions on what's going to happen. So on the 10th of June there will be Summer Games Fest. This will be with Jeff Keighley. Now Jeff Keighley has a relationship with a bunch of different developers, big companies, publishers, so it's all open what's going to be shown there. Now there are a few games that I think there will be shown there. Will be Horizon, since Sony is not doing their own press conference or their own showcase, so they'll probably be on Summer Games Fest, so that's gonna be the big thing. It's probably gonna be showing Horizon, probably some more things of Kena maybe, because that game is coming out very soon. There's also probably gonna be something about God of War, maybe some new titles, or maybe something else about the PlayStation 5, or just something. But there could be all kinds of digital releases, physical releases, like basically everything. Summer Games Fest is something that I'm looking forward to the most, simply because it's so open. It can be basically everything, right? Now, after that, on Friday, we have Netflix Geek Week and IGN Expo, something I don't really care about, so I'll be skipping that day completely. On Saturday, there's Guerrilla Collective, Wholesome Direct, Ubisoft, Gearbox, and Devolver. Now, Devolver and Gearbox are the two to look out for. Now, there is Ubisoft, but to be quite honest, besides Assassin's Creed and Rayman in the past, there isn't much stuff I know from Ubisoft that I think I can play. Now, I don't even like Assassin's Creed that much, but yeah. Gearbox is probably gonna do something with Borderlands, and Devolver can be basically everything. So, yeah, but the big day is actually Sunday, June 13th. Xbox and Bethesda doing their first showcase together since Xbox basically bought everything that is Bethesda. There's Square Enix, the PC gaming show, which I am not looking out too much for, because over the past years I haven't really seen much of the PC gaming show, because it's usually a bunch of random stuff, a lot of indie stuff, some games getting ported to PC, and usually I pick up on that eventually. I don't have to watch a show or anything. There's a future game show, I don't exactly know what that's all about, I have to look into that. Then there's Warner Brothers, which is also a pretty big one. Now, but let's start with Xbox and Bethesda. Now, this can be everything Fallout, Elder Scrolls, something Halo, or other first-party stuff that Microsoft is doing. Now, the big things are probably here are gonna be Halo, some more details, and please, some better-looking stuff for Halo, because the last things we've seen, like gameplay-wise, or at least not completely CGI, or not completely fully rendered out, were pretty shit, so people are probably waiting for some more Halo stuff. Now for Bethesda, probably the new Elder Scrolls is going to be shown more of, or that's at least what people want. Maybe Skyrim on another platform, if there is a platform left to release it on. I don't know, is it on Switch? I don't know, but if it isn't, maybe on that. But some more stuff. But Square Enix is the big one. Square Enix for me is Final Fantasy 16, more Dragon Quest stuff that they've been releasing and teasing and stuff over the past few weeks. And that kind of stuff. There is the Forsaken thing. I haven't really, or something like that. I haven't been looking into it that much, but it's something that can be very interesting. Also, there is some more Final Fantasy VII stuff, probably. Maybe we can see the first glimpse of Part 2, but I think it's a little bit too close to Integrate, so they might not wanna screw up Integrate by showing off Part 2. Or maybe they can go hand in hand, show teaser of Part 2, like maybe a 30-second teaser, so people could buy Integrate because they want to play what comes before Part 2. But the big one for me is Final Fantasy 16 and maybe a Souls-like game made by Square Enix. Now, nothing like Bloodborne or anything, but maybe like more fantasy-ish, like a Final Fantasy game that runs in a Dark Souls-ish environment, or at least had the battle system, or at least the fighting style of it. That would be pretty cool. Like I said, PC Gaming Show is nothing I'm really looking forward to. Future Game Show, I have no idea what it is, but then the Warner Brothers games is probably gonna be the place where we can see something Mortal Kombat related, or something DC related, or anything that Warner Brothers has, or has a license for, or has the money to buy a license for, because they are fucking massive. But that's the place if you want to see some cool licensed stuff, something that is remotely close to Mortal Kombat, or even Mortal Kombat itself, it's probably where you want to be. Now, I loved Mortal Kombat X. I absolutely despised Mortal Kombat 11. I hate it to its guts. It's too slow for me. It's just not fun to play. The combo system has been severely toned down in comparison to X, or at least that's how I feel like. I played it like 2 or 3 weeks in the beginning when it released, and I absolutely didn't like it. It's been out now for about 2 years. So it's about time they do something new, or they announce something new, which is probably gonna be something like DC versus something else, or Mortal Kombat versus something else, but not a standalone Mortal Kombat game. I think that's a little too soon. Probably gonna wait another 1-2 years to show that off, or at least to release that. Then there's Take-Two, Capcom, Mythical Games, Freedom Games, and Razer all on Monday. Now, Take-Two, there's probably a lot of people looking forward to that, because Take-Two is a company that has all the Rockstar stuff under it, so GTA 6, maybe? Capcom is the biggest one on Monday for me, because there might be something new. Mega Man, which would be cool. Now, I'm not the biggest Mega Man fan in the world, but I like my Mega Man games, so there might be something there. Resident Evil, something a little bit early, but maybe a re-release or something, HD stuff, a collection, or anything. Street Fighter is probably gonna be mentioned in some way. Maybe the final character for Street Fighter, some new stages, some customizable items or something. Just something to close out Street Fighter 5, to give them at least a few months more of content, or at least a few months more until they do something more with Street Fighter 6. I think Street Fighter 6 will probably be announced more closely related to the Game Awards, something like that, or maybe beginning next year, but I don't think we'll see anything Street Fighter 6 related, or any versus style like Marvel vs. Capcom. After Infinite, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. I think Marvel vs. Capcom is basically a half-dead series by now, which is a sad thing, because even though I'm not a fan of versus fighters, it's actually a cool game, it's a cool series, so it's really sad that Infinite went the way it did and basically crushed the series, or at least in my opinion. Now on Tuesday there is Nintendo. Now Nintendo is going to be Pokemon. They're going to be showing off a lot of stuff from Arceus, or Arceus, however you want to pronounce it. It's probably going to be a lot about that. And probably some Smash character. I hope, for dear lord, some more info about the new Bayonetta game. That would be cool. And the main gist will probably be everything about the new Switch. It hasn't been it's all rumors now and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure by that time we'll already have an announcement of Switch Pro, or it will be like, hey, you know what we got now? Switch Pro, let's go. So it's probably gonna be something like that, but the Switch Pro will probably be the main event of that Nintendo Direct, and especially the Treehouse. Maybe at Treehouse we can see something Splatoon 3, which would be cool. If that's the case, we'll probably look into it. And that's about it. Now, Bandai Namco, that's Tekken, but I don't think Tekken will get more content, besides maybe some stages. But I don't think they will be pushing out more content for Tekken, so maybe we can see something of a new game of Tekken, but I don't think so. Maybe some tournament announcements of Tekken or something else that they're going to add into the game. But Tekken 8, I don't know. I don't know how long it's been since on consoles. 4 years, something like that. I think 5 years or something, and it's been out on arcades for like 6 or 7 years. So it's about time Tekken 8 gets something, but if Tekken 8 is a thing, it's probably already in development. So they might show it there, but I think the odds are slim. I think if you want to see a fighting game, it's probably gonna be either Bandai Namco or something not Tekken, but an anime game, or Warner Brothers. I think those are the two very big ones to see a new fighting game getting popped up. Now, besides that, I really want a new Dragon Ball game. Now, Bandai Namco is the sole company of the anime games. They recently, or at least not that long ago, released a new, I think, My Hero Academia game. I'm not completely sure how long that's been. I think there's 2 already. But I really want a Dragon Ball game. Now, I already said in the beginning of this video that this video is an inspiration is inspired by Maximilian Dood's video, and he was talking about Dragon Ball FighterZ 2. Well, immediately when he said that, I was like, no, please, no. The odds are massive, because that game did extremely well, and in all hindsight, it's a good game, right? It's just nothing for me, because again, it's a versus game, but the love for the series is massive in that one. Except for the fact that there were like 17 Gokus in the game. It's really stupid because you have a roster of like, I don't know, 200 characters to pick from. But they, including transformations, that is. But they picked like all Gokus, just stupid. But I really hope for another Dragon Ball game, something more like Kakarot, because I absolutely loved that game. It's really cool. Didn't really get into the DLC too much because I was like, this game is awesome, I loved it, but it doesn't have to be longer than how much time I spend in it to get the 100%, like to get the platinum on PlayStation. Like, it was roughly 60 hours. And I was good. That was good. For a Dragon Ball game, I don't need more than that. But maybe because there's a lot of Dragon Ball Super, there hasn't been a game that, or at least not a full console game that I know of, that goes for the full experience of only Super. Gives like a quick recap of Dragon Ball Z, and then goes to Super, because all story-related games of Dragon Ball are all Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and not Super. I know Super is still going on, and it's still a thing, but yeah, still, there's enough content there. The anime is stopped. Now there's a new movie coming, which I'll probably be talking about in another video, what my thoughts are about that, because I deliberately haven't looked into it too much, because I want to be completely 100% surprised when that thing drops more stuff and we know more, or that thing drops eventually, which is going to be big, at least big for me. So that now Eureka Games, GameSpot, and E3 Awards, I'm not looking forward to that. Steam Next Festival, even less. So yeah, that's basically what's going to happen at E3. That's what I think. That are my predictions on E3. Now, if you like this video and you're happy that I'm back, and I'm gonna try to upload semi-consistently, I can't promise anything, but I will try my best. Now, I will probably, the 11th, I don't know, I think I have time. I should have quite some time on the 11th to do something. I think that's Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the 11th of June is on Friday. So probably on the 11th in the evening, I might make another video on the Summer Game Fest, what happened there. So it's gonna be exciting to make a video about that. But I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, press the like button, subscribe for more content, and I hope to see you in the next one.